It's time for this little jacket to get a makeover. I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Coming up. Hey, Chanel here, bringing you weekly videos to help you get better and better with your fashion sewing and be more creative too. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. Wow, I'm gonna tackle this little number. I've had this in my wardrobe for, I know it was before I moved to North Carolina, so yeah, I don't know, 15 years, maybe more, I don't know. It's another one of my Doncaster line. I used to sell the Doncaster line in Los Angeles for 17 years, and it's actually, the headquarters was in North Carolina, and they used to actually make clothes here. This was before everything got shipped to China. But actually, Doncaster also has closed business. 3-4 years ago, they were in business almost over, I think, 90 years. I was like, wow. But beautiful clothes. This is one of their sport line. It was their lower cost one. They had the whole couture line and different levels of their line, and this was their real funner one. Their funner one. Anyway. So this was long one of my favorite jackets, and I love the detail on it. It still has a band that goes from up here all the way down. There's no break in the seam here. It's got a shape back with a little slit in it, and a mandarin collar with these little buckles that actually used to bug me. I probably should have just sewed them down. Because now I think that's what I'm going to do, because they like move around. Simple patch pockets. I love denim jackets because they have so much detail on them, and that means it takes a lot of work. So if you have a denim jacket, look at all the details that are in it, the yokes and the top stitching. Those are, every stitch and every thread adds money to the cost of a garment. So when you really see garments that have a lot of details and you wonder why, you know, especially like a denim jacket, it's such a classic, you think it's going to be cheap, but it's really, you know, a lot of work. Anyway, that's my spiel for today. So I had an idea a couple years ago. I found this t-shirt in a thrift shop. Dixie, it's like Pigeon Forward. I finally made it to Pigeon Forward a couple years ago. This is such a cool place, oh my gosh. But I just love this horse. And I'm not a big horse person at all. Actually, my last movie I did was called The Sunday Horse, and we were around horses all the time, and oh my God, they're so beautiful. So my goal was to cut these out and put them on this jacket. So I had these hanging together for the past like 2 years. So, yeah. But recently I got another idea, and it's going to be like a copy actually, and I was watching this lady who lives in Huntersville. Her name's Gel Bell, or I don't think that's her name, but actually they told me her name but I forgot, but her business name is that. And I know when I arrived to town 12 years ago, I was on a little TV show, and she had been on also, and that's how I discovered her. And I was like, wow, she does beautiful stuff. She does all these really cool upcycling and things. So every once in a while I catch her live show, and she took some denim jackets and called them the Dream Coat, and she added all this fabric, and I was like, this is so great. And they sell for like $200, and I was like, that's not a bad price because what she's doing with everything. I was like, wow. So but these are so if you want these one for yourself, just look her up, and if you don't want to make it, but if you're watching this, you can probably sew, right? And don't call me because I don't make anything for anybody. So, but this was this was the jacket. So she put them on. She found all these denim jackets and added like a skirt, and I'm the queen of skirts, to the jacket. This is a bigger shot of another one right here, so a denim, and then did all these patchworks. And you know, I love patchwork, so this was right up my alley, and I thought, I'm going to do that to this jacket. And a little upcycle on the jacket, add in a skirt, a patchwork skirt to the jacket, and it's going to be cool. So to start this project, I have made a muslin, just a half muslin, kind of the length and the shape I want. So I'll just like pop this on here. So I'm gonna do put my patches and then use this pattern to line up the patches on it. Also, one other thing is this jacket, because it's so old, it doesn't fit me anymore. So I was looking inside and I can let it out. Oh, it's a size 8, which is probably back then was like a, I don't know how they, you know, sizes aren't the same anymore. That size 8, like a size 4 would probably buy nowadays. But so right here, so this actually, I mean, look at the inside of this jacket. It's got all the seams are binded, and wow, it's nicely made. So what I'm gonna do is let out the side seam. I mean, it's kind of the arms are tight. So I'm gonna let out the 2 arms. There's an arm seam here and an arm seam there. It's like a jacket cut. So I think I only have 2, yeah. And what's under here? Gosh, there's a lot under here. It's like a big pleat or something underneath there. No, actually that's just a topper. And I'm gonna let out this a little bit. I think that should be enough. But hopefully that will work. So where am I gonna get all these fabric swatches? Well, oh my gosh, I have tubs. This is actually, this is a small tub. And then I have another tub right here of fabrics. There's actually, I had 2 of these tubs at home. And now I used to design evening gowns. So I actually have little scraps of fabrics that are from my old evening gowns. So this fabric must be, I remember, this has got to be over 20, 25 years old right here. So it's a small piece. And then there's, oh, and then I bought this in LA. God, when I first opened the studio, I wanted to make some. I got this for $5 a yard, and now I see this like for $20 and $30 a yard. I saw it at Joann's actually, different colors. So just a taffeta. It might be a little too noisy, but what I want to do is I want to follow a color theme, and one of my favorite themes is brown, black, and white. So the horses are brown, black, and white, and I want to get those colors of swatches right here. So I even have like this one, it's a black and white. This is kind of the gray. I had to see, that one may not work. And I have another taffeta with those on it, which would be cool. Oh my gosh. And then I even have some golds I could do. Could throw in a gold, especially because it has those gold buckles on it. That would be cool. And then I have and then I have some browns with maybe some specks of pink in it. That would be pretty fun. I found this little scrap. So I kind of always would save bigger scraps. And I have, oh my gosh, oh, this is it. Look at that. That's kind of a rust, right? And that's the purple thread in there. Oh my God, that would be fun too. So, and then there's just a ton here. I just found this one. It's music notes, and it's got a, yeah, this is good. Okay. Wow. And I've got, oh my gosh, there's even this gold metallic organza. Oh my gosh. So I got to go through and pull the swatches together, see what all works together, and then figure out the pattern I'm going to do on that muslin. And then I patch them all together. I'm getting really good at that. And I was also thinking about putting a ribbon in between each layer. So I love organza ribbon. So maybe I'll see how that all looks together. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start picking out my fabrics. I'll show you what I got. Voila! Jacket. Take it apart. Looks a little daunting, but I gotta tell you, this jacket is really well put together. It's all binded on all the edges, and the stitches were a little tight, so I had to be really careful because the denim, once you nick it, it frays, and I don't think I got it anywhere, nicked it anywhere. So now there is about 3/8, about a ½ inch right here. I'm going to sew it right up to that edge right there, and I can probably get about 1 inch under the arm and about 3/4 towards the other part. It's just kind of tight under the arm part. And then the sleeve is it's got 2 seams in it, the under seam and this is called a back seam. I don't know how they make It's actually how they make jackets. So you'll notice there's not just an underseam, it's two back seams. So with that, I have a little extra seam to get out. And then I think I'll be cutting some of this off here. I'm not going to replace it because that actually makes it feel a little bit tighter. So I think I'm just going to cut it off right there, and then I'll overlock those edges. But just got to put this all back together. It's a mess. And I also thought of an idea, because this white fabric, I've washed it several times, it's yellowing a little bit. I was thinking there's some spray gold, it's kind of like glue, and I'm gonna like spray the jacket with this spray gold, and kind of have a gold effect to it. So because with the gold buttons, it's actually gonna look great. So then I've been also working on my color, my blocks of color, and I'll show you what I come up with. Here are my winners. I played around with all the swatches I had, and I came out as usual, just classic brown, black, and white. I was going to be adding in these colors here. Like I really like the polka dot, but it was clashing. And then the pink one, I still kind of like that one, but I might still do that one. I don't know. This one was really clashing just because of the wrong color. And then this was pretty, but it's kind of muted. But if I had that one in there, this would kind of flow to better. I guess I just don't like this color here. And then this color was really clashing. And I really like the gold, but I think I want to just keep it with these black, and then the browns. I love this brown, this aubergine brown. I think I'm just going to keep it classic. And I also want to do a ribbon throughout here. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to sew all these together, and I think I might have a ribbon going through here all around, organza ribbon. And I'm going to have to find some more of this, because I don't think what I have here is going to be enough, because it's quite a patch project. All right, I'm going to cut out some more squares and then get on to the fun part. Well, this is fitting so much better. Now I just have to finish it. I couldn't wait to see if this was going to fit. So I got my side seams in and this one arm right here. So it's almost too big right here. I was like, oops. But I mean, yeah, I got out maybe an inch, and it's kind of baggy right here. But what I'm going to do is roll the sleeves up and kind of push it up anyway, so it actually gives that little extra room. So I think it's going to be really good. I just got to sew this up, or kind of like it like this. Anyway, it's coming along. Now I really have it done. It fits very comfortable. Wow, it didn't take much, although it looked kind of scary. The whole come apart. My beginner students would go, what the heck happened there? And wouldn't know how to put it back together. But that's how I actually learned a lot of sewing. I used to take stuff apart. I used to take my 10-speed apart. Actually, I only did it once. Took it apart, spray painted it, put it back together. Imagine that with all the chains and all that stuff. I don't know how I did it. I was probably about 12, 13, something like that. And then I imagine, like now, it's like you take my clothes apart and put them back together. Same kind of thing. So anyway, where were we? So now what I got to do is make squares out of all my swatches like this. And I estimated about 12 by 14 squares. And what I did was took the longest part of my muslin right here. This is center back, and I just kind of put it into thirds, and it measured about 12, I think about 14 inches on there. And then the front is a little bit shorter, so I'm just going to start with that, and then I can always chop them down. So right now I should also estimate how many squares I'm going to need. That would help. I don't want to overcut. So I'm going to cut a bunch of squares, then I got to figure out how I want to put them together. All right, I guessed about 40 squares. Shouldn't be too bad. I think I have about 42 now. So how I'm going to put this together is I'm going to put these into threes, because I'm going to do 3 tiers, and each tier has 3 rows of 3. Yeah. So that would be times, yeah. don't need 40, I might need 36, but and then I labeled this one like F3, so that means front 3. So I'm going to do the bottom tier first. So I got 3, 3, and 3, and 3. And I also watched the colors, because I'll have this one, the white, brown, and then when it goes to the next, was this the front, goes to the side, back, I'll make sure it's not black right there. So I've been lining these all up and kind of estimating where they'll be. So I'm just going to do some rows like this, and then I'm going to be sewing it wrong sides together, and then I'm going to press the seam over like that on the darkest side, and then I'm going to get the ribbon and sew it over the seam itself. I guess maybe I'll zigzag it. I'm going to go look and see if I can find this is a 7/8, and see if I can find like a 3/4, just something a little bit smaller. And then I just really got to make sure I have a lot, because I'm going to put them on all the panels, then I'm going to put them across. And what it'll do is cover all the raw edges, and then on the back side, which you'll really see, it'll be not raw edges. So hopefully that will work. It just takes a lot more work in there, and also it'll probably give it a little bit of extra, which I always like to do, a little bit of extra, kind of next level sewing, right? So I'm going to sew this bottom row first, and here are my first stitching ones. That actually went pretty fast, I think, because they're just such big pieces. They went really well, and I pressed the seams from the back side, so that, see, the back side's going to look really nice too. And then I put the black over wherever I could do it, so that when I put the black ribbon on it, the seam doesn't show too much through it. So I always pressed it towards so the black is up. Now I have to run to the fabric store. I hope they have what I need, otherwise I can't finish it. But I'm going to bring a swatch of one of these things, just because I might find something better. Who knows? All right, back from Hobby Lobby. Found all these ribbons, plus some other stuff. I spent like $50. Just needed a couple ribbons, but so I figured I needed 18 yards of ribbon. Whew, that sounded like a lot. I was a little like, wow. But this is the ribbon I went for, just the 5/8 inch organza ribbon, and it's got 15 feet on there. How many feet is that? I should know that. And then, but I found, so they only had one of these, and I found another one I like actually even better, and it has these little sparkles on it. It's just like a spray glitter, and there's 12 feet on here, 15 feet on here, so you lose a yard because of the sparkles. But I'm gonna go, I need one more roll of these, so I think I got 3 rolls. I'm estimating about 18 yards, which is kind of a lot. But there's a lot of stuff in there. If I don't find it, I can always spray this one with glitter spray, because they have that out there too. That's what I'm going to spray on my white jacket part too, is the gold glitter spray. Maybe I need to just do it with the silver. I don't know. I also found this while I was there. Look at these. They're having a half off special. I love Hobby Lobby. They have these half offs, like $7.99. This is an iron-on rhinestone, and I thought these would be so pretty just to edge pockets with, or I don't know, the yokes. I love to do skirts with yokes. And then look at this one. Wow, can't wait to use this. Iron on. Also, my students will like these too, so a lot of times they're doing cute little things. Only 1 yard. It was $12 for a yard, which is still pretty good, and then I got a half off. So I have my whole table full of all the swatches. I have to get this done today so I can have my table back. But I got these in sections of 3. So I have a back, wait, I got the front, 2 backs, and then the front. I have them all laid out, and I'm trying to get it so my colors don't hit each other. It's like 2 whites next to each other. The blacks are fine because I've got them such different blacks, but like sequins, and then little different kind of other different kind of sequins. Then I'm gonna finely pink the edges right here, and then add my ribbon right here, just on the 3 sections here. So I'll do 1 and 1, and then get them all built. I'll have to also make sure I label these, put middle front, and top, front, that kind of thing. So just sew all these in place, get sets of 3s, and then put those 2 together, and then just do the panels. And then I'm going to cut the pattern, because that sure looks like a lot of swatches there. So I've got to just get the pattern cut out. A lot of it will get cut away, I hope, because otherwise that's a really huge jacket. All right, voila! I have 4 of these panels. And the ribbon looks really pretty on here. So that turned out really nice. It's a great way to cover up all those seams and keep it not fraying and stuff. Then what I did was I did 3 rows. I put them all, and I just concentrated on the one panel at a time because I was getting a little confused by what piece goes where. It's this laying it out takes longer than sewing it together. But so I got 2 fronts, 2 backs, and now I have to lay these right sides together, like this. Right sides together, cut out the front and the back with my muslin pattern. And then I have to press up these other seams. I have to go get more ribbon. I've got 1 more spool of ribbon to get. So I got to press up the long seam and then put the ribbon across that. So can't leave that raw. Anyway, I can go take a rest, go back to the fabric store, and finish this up so I can wear it this weekend. All right, back from the fabric store, found another roll of ribbon. Hopefully I have enough. So now I get to cut out the pattern pieces and put this all together. Next step is to cut this out. I have my 2 backs right sides together and lined up my cross lines here. They lined up really well. And then I laid my muslin pattern down on here. I've had to shorten it, the width a little bit. I just pulled this evenly here. I don't have this on grain because there's really no exact grain because of all the patches. But I have it lined up to fit both of them. My patches are a little short on the center back right here. This is my center back, and I wanted it a little bit of a high-low skirt on here. So it looks like it might be just kind of straight. But what I'm going to do is just get it onto that jacket, and then I'll figure it out from there because I might shorten the front up anyway. But this is where it fits. Just start cutting this out right along here. Then, there's a lot of bumps in here from the joints where the ribbons all connected. All right, there is my center back seam. Throw those away, and then I'll cut the side seam over there. Just fold this over here, roll it here, and I have this little part here. And I'm gonna have to trim this up here too before I start. All right, continue this one, and then I'll do the front. All right, have my front laid out. I've added extra here because I had the room. I've actually, really what I did was because they have almost no black if I follow the pattern here. So I'm gonna add a little extra on the side seams here. And I can always cut it off, but I think I want all the panels to show. So cut this all out. Finish cutting this out, then I get to add the ribbon to the... All right, have all 4 of my pieces cut. I'm going to concentrate on my center back right now. This is, I think, my center back. I didn't really mark these very clearly. It's been a bit of a hassle. I was gonna connect the ribbon all the way across the center back, but there's a little bit of a pivot here, which means the ribbon won't angle really well because it's not on the bias or anything. So I think I'm just gonna trim these seams up really close so that the ribbon covers the whole thing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sew the ribbon just on the backs, on these sides right here. So they'll look like this. And sew up that center back seam. Okay, finished my cross ribbons there. And then I went to put these two together at the center back, and I realized I have a little bit of a dilemma because this is the center back. Do I leave this seam plain like this with the raw edges on the inside of that, which will actually show because it's kind of like a long skirt, or do I put ribbon down the center back and on the side seams? I didn't count for that. Now I definitely don't have enough ribbon, so I don't know. I do have this plain organza one. Could do that and then hit it with sparkles, but I want to finish this today, so I don't know what to do. Or do I just do the side seams and the center back with plain organza ribbon? I think I should have enough for that. Be interesting. I might do that, and then I can always go and put glitter on it later, but then I'll probably get glitter all over the place. I don't know. I guess I just kind of, I don't know. Have the side seam sewn and the ribbon on top. Probably won't even notice. It doesn't have sparkles on it, and looks good like that. So now I need to sew the center back. And how do I know that the center back is? I think the center back is longer than the center front. Yes, I keep getting lost with this, so it's right here. Okay, center back. And I'm gonna do wrong sides together. And hopefully I have this all together. If this one doesn't match up, then this is not the center back. Oh, actually, wait. Let's go that way. Thank gosh, because I was going to say, that doesn't look right. I had the two sparkles together. I planned this all out so none of them would hit each other or bump into each other. So, oh yeah, this is the one that's so close to the ribbons matching up. I actually really want to make that happen. So when they go like that, the ribbons all together, that's going to be quite bumpy right there. This one cool thing about patchwork is you go through all different layers, and with this one especially, I have to put a pin this way. A lot of different textures and bumps, and sewing patchwork actually makes you a better sewer because you have to solve a lot of little problems while you're sewing. All right, finish this up, do wrong sides together, sew it, trim it, press it. I have it complete. Oh my gosh. It looks a bit like a blanket or a quilt. You could put a quilt together pretty fast with this. I should have added up all my hours. I didn't, but it was a lot. It wasn't so much. Great thing is I used up all my scrap fabrics. That's pretty fun. Actually, I still have more, but it's a great way to do that. So I think what I'm going to do next is, gosh, I have to find all the, it's a good thing I can find the side seams with the organza ribbon, not the sparkly one. What I need to do now is pleat this, like so. Also, I need to do something with this. I don't know, close it up. I want to leave it there. It looks a little funny. Maybe put, I don't know, I really don't feel like opening all this up and doing it either. Maybe I'll just put a piece of ribbon behind it and stitch it closed. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That was easy. I just zigzagged it together. And that matches up perfectly. Right, now I have to pleat the pieces onto this organza ribbon. This is I guess a 1-inch ribbon here. What I've done was I marked them, put chalk marks side to side. I got the center back, then the side seam, and then I have this about a 1/2 inch over on the center front. So I just took it right off of the jacket and put chalk marks on there. So then I just put these here and then pleat it all in there. Also going to put the pleats. Pleats are just kind of like tucks, and I'm going to be just putting tucks in the fold going towards the side seams. That's always the nicest way for tucks to go. I'm just gonna balance them out, just put lots of pins. And this is the fabric that's the hardest to pleat right here. This is so bumpy. Ugh. Doesn't make a pretty pleat. I wonder, should have figured that out before I put that one there. That's a bummer. Okay, but I gotta pleat it there. And I have all this, so I'll do a bigger, without this clumpy stuff here, I'll do a bigger pleat there. And just balance them out and estimate. And I'll do that one. So that is my side back right here. This is my side front there. Still don't know how I'm going to hem it, but I have a 1/2 inch extra here. I might just hem these here, or I might trim them. I don't know. So I'll just do that and then baste this down onto the ribbon, and then I have something to put onto the jacket to see how it looks. Have it all pinned onto the organza strip right here. Got the right side up. That was fun. Now I have to pin it to the jacket. And then I was also thinking I had the horses I was going to put on there, but now I don't know, this is a little too dressy now for horses. Although, is it? I don't know. Huh. Now I got to figure out how to get, I think I'm going to put this on the center back first. Got to find that center back. I like that I have organza ribbon on here. It really helps. I'll pin it here. It's kind of heavy. And we'll go around to the side seams. Pin it like that. Other side seam. I'll pin it really good and then try it on. And then, yeah, that's how it's looking so far. I think I need some more pins. And we're gonna pin it here. Yeah. Interesting. Kind of go higher up because I think all I'm gonna do is stitch this, and then I can always unstitch it when I clean it. Just clip out the stitch and then clip it back, put it all back. This is looking good. Really like those pleats in this one, huh? So now I have to try this on, put some more, lots of pins in it, try it on, see how I like it. Ta-da! This is how it looks. I don't know if you can see all of it. I had to lower the camera down a little bit. It's a little fancy. I don't know. I think I'll have to stylize it and put it with black or brown and see how I want to do it. Maybe if I shorten it, it's a little long. I don't know, it feels fancy. I don't know. Now my horses are definitely not going to fit on here. So now I have to figure out something to do with my horses. Gosh, poor horses. Got to put them somewhere. Anyway, well, I figured out how I'm going to hem this. I'm going to turn it, the seam right side in there, and then just cover it with ribbon. I'm going to go get some more organza ribbon. I keep fabric stores in business with ribbon here. And then just edge it all the way around. And then I think I got to figure out if I want to go this long. I don't know. I have to take this home and look at it. And but it'd be really easy just to sew this on here too. So it's pretty simple. It's pretty done. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna get back to this tomorrow. Gonna get my hair cut, and then I'll show you how this looks. I'm back to finish my dream coat, and I have a party this weekend. We're doing a friend of mine's doing a Golden Girls party, and all the people are dressing up like the Golden Girls, and I'm gonna dress up like Blanche because I want to wear this coat. Blanche would dress up like that, right? So I got a wig for a Blanche wig, which is, she's the only one that's not gray haired there. And so I can wear this with some big old earrings because it was back in the 80s. And so I'm gonna get to wear this coat. It'll be fun. So now I have to rush to finish it. But I have figured out how to hem this. I'm going to, so I took this off here. I have my band, I'll sew on the jacket. And then I just turned the edge in and pressed it really well. And then I pinked it close to the edges, and I'm gonna put on the ribbon. I have this much ribbon left. I put it in half here, and I have exactly enough ribbon to do the two fronts, the center fronts. I'll just zigzag it over like I've been doing on all this. Also, I chopped off, I tried it on, I'm gonna chop off, I just kind of hemmed or pinned it up to check it again, but about 4 inches off the bottom. So, and that actually makes this fit perfectly. So then I have to hem the bottom part, which is pretty full. So I'm gonna have to go get more ribbon for that. Or I can thinking about using the wide ribbon that I have left that I was originally gonna use. It's just a little bit wider, and I think it's like a 1/4 inch wider. So I might do that, and it's at the bottom of the hem. I'll try it out, and if not, I'll go get more ribbon, because now I have to wear this in 2 days. So I hate going to the fabric store, because every time I go there I spend too much money. So I try to avoid it at all costs. That turned out good. I got all my edges. I had exactly enough. I just zigzagged that over it, so it did a nice clean finish on that side. And then I tried it on. I rolled up the hem here, and just gonna go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna put that wider organza on it, and then sew it to the edge of my jacket. I'm just gonna do a white top stitch right through there and just connect that. If I put a black bobbin thread on there, sometimes the black will show through there, so I guess I just have to do, because I was thinking the white would show, but it doesn't really, you can't see it when I have it on, so that's good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up. Gotta do the hem. I think I should have enough for, it's kind of a full hem. Should have enough for the hem there. Okay, finish this up. Voila! I'm finished. Yes, finished. That was a doozy. It only took me about a week to put it together, so, you know, not like a solid week, but, you know, had it, I was working on it. So that really was fun. I just love how I use this jacket. I've had this for so long, this jacket, and now I know I'm definitely going to wear it, because this is just too fun to wear. Definitely wear it to my party this weekend, and wow, I love how it all came together. If I were to do it again, I would check my patch placements, because I have 2 of the same patches right here in the center front. How did that happen? I don't know. And then I have also, one other thing I don't really care for much is the white that's popping out right here in the center back. So I've got the center back line, and then but I did when I tried it on, I saw that, and I tried to pleat this over so it doesn't poke out. It's not like a big white spot right there. And then the white chunks right here. You know, but when you saw how all the patches I had on my table, and you know, how do you know? So, but now I know. So, but I probably won't do another one. So, but then again, I might. I don't know. If I have like a denim jacket, if I find a really cool denim jacket in the thrift store hunts, you know, might do it. So I'm actually going to be in the thrift store this or tomorrow, because my husband, we're going to dress him up like Bee from the Golden Girls, because we have a Golden Girls party. So I gotta go find something to. I'm gonna make him like a dress, like a real wide dress, like just like a tube top, and then put like a cardigan over it. So and I'm gonna wear this. So there you go. But so let me know if you try this. Any denim jackets in your closet, and I don't know, pull them out, see if this will work on it. Get some scraps in. You have any scraps in your fabric stash? You know, put them all together. Could even be just like a multitude of just different colors. It doesn't have to blend. Like like that. I think this actually got a little dressy. I wanted to use the horses on there and all that stuff. But the other thing is I could do it again and do more more natural colors and then use those horses. I could do it again. I could put actually the horse on the skirt. I do know this was all meant to be because all the ribbons, oh, I was going to show you, I think I threw it away. I had this much ribbon left over in the bottom of the hem, like that much. And then I had that other organza ribbon that went on the center front, so it just matched up. Also, the hem turned out really nice. I just edged it right here, all along here, and I peeked it out a little bit on the edge right there, so it looks really good. I don't know if you can see that from over here, but that turned out really nice. I think the edging of the ribbon and stuff really added to this and hid all the seams, and especially the inside, because you can see, you know, because you can see it, the floating from the inside, and it all is, there's no raw edges, so it turned out pretty good. I think that made it a little extra harder, but at the same time it made it easier because I just put ribbon over it. So yeah, so hopefully you try it. Let me know if you do. Go look in your closet, see what's in there. I know something's in there. And then look in your fabric stash. Is there a lot of fabrics that you can do this with? There's so many opportunities. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.